1, 2, 3. Yeah. Y'all been grinding so long, been trying this shit for years. And I got nothing to show, just coming this road by here. And if there's a man upstairs, he can bring me rain. But I've been sending up prayers, something changed. I think I finally found my hallelujah. I've been waiting for this moment all my life now. My dreams are coming true, yeah. I've been waiting for this moment. And it's good to be alive right about now. Woo! Good to be alive right about now. Good to be alive right about now. Yo, hallelujah, let that bass line move, just say yeah. Yo, good to be alive right about now. Woo! I was dead in the water, no one wanted me. Yeah, I was on news highway, corners come to be so cold. But I kept going on cold, trying to make that fire burn. Sometimes you gotta get scars, get what you deserve. I kept moving on, now I'm moving up. Damn, I'm feeling blessed with all this love. I think I finally found my hallelujah. I've been waiting for this moment all my life now. My dreams are coming true, yeah. I've been waiting for this moment. Yo, good to be alive right about now. Woo! Good to be alive right about now. Good to be alive right about now. Yo, hallelujah, let that bass line move your head. Yo, good to be alive right about now. Woo!
I say good, you say morning, good morning, good morning. I say welcome, you say back, welcome back, welcome back. I say Jefferson believes, you say Jets achieve. Jefferson believes, Jets achieve. Jefferson believes, Jets achieve. Good morning, Jefferson students, staff, and families. This is Mr. Miller once again broadcasting from Lincoln Hawk Studio in my basement. Here are your Jet announcements for Monday, June 1st, 2020. Yep, you heard me, June 1st. Wow, is that really possible? Thanks for tuning in today. I hope you have subscribed to my YouTube channel, Mr. Miller Jefferson Jets. Please help me spread the word so we can get as many Jefferson students and families tuned in to the announcements. Well, we are to the last week of school with Google Classroom. We are now to week 9, which is the last week of this new and the only way that school has been happening during this time at home. People have said, but this has been weird. It doesn't feel normal. It doesn't feel normal. It's been hard. I agree with this for sure. We all miss being at Jefferson, but we still have one more week of school. You can still participate in all of the things that we have going. We have many things for you to do. We just want you to participate. It is not too late because these Google Classrooms will be open all summer long for you to use. These classrooms will not be monitored by your teachers, but all the resources, activities, and videos will be there for you to use. So if your friends are not in GC, reach out to them and encourage them to log into GC. Even though this is the last official week, we're still doing Plinko at-home jetpacks, at-home jetpack raffles, virtual field day, and virtual talent show. Student material pickup. Now, this is the last week of school, and this Thursday from 8 o'clock to 2 o'clock, you can come to Jefferson to pick up any of your student materials that were at Jefferson before this quarantine. And all of you probably have something. Some of you have already picked some stuff up, no problem. But if you haven't, just drive up to the playground. You will stay in your cars, and Miss Marcy, Jefferson's super secretary, will have other Jefferson staff members there, and they will bring you your stuff that is all organized and ready to go. This Thursday, 8 to 2. School breakfast and lunch meals are still available. You can go to any one of the middle schools, Smart, Williams, Sudlow, or you can go to the ASC at JB. You can pick these meals up from 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. When you pick up your lunch, you get your breakfast for the next day as well. On Fridays, you'll be getting meals for the weekend as well. It is a great deal. Also, if you want paper packets of activities and resources to use at home, you can pick those up there as well. Next up is our Jefferson Jet joke of the day. If you have a joke that you want me to use in the announcement, share it or email it to me. You will get an at-home jet buck if you do this, so that means you only got a couple days left. Okay, here we go. How much does it cost a pirate to get his ears pierced? One more time. How much does it cost a pirate to get his ears pierced? About a buccaneer. That's a really good one. If you don't know what a buccaneer is, it's a pirate. That was a good one. All right, our next up is our Jefferson Jet birthdays. Jefferson, today we have birthday twins to celebrate. So today's first happy birthday shout out goes to Kai Hurt from Miss Leland's class in room 25. Kai, your birthday twin. And the next happy birthday shout out goes to Jeriana Hildebrandt from Miss Fuller's class in room 2. Happy birthday, Kai and Jeriana. Next up is our Jefferson Jet at home shout out. Jefferson, can I get a what from Mrs. Miller? What? Mrs. Miller is getting today's Jefferson at home shout out because she helps Jefferson with so many things. She helps me with so many things. She supports my crazy ideas and will do anything for the Jefferson students and staff. She helped me make over 40 Plinko deliveries on Friday. She writes the names in the bag, she looks at all the addresses and organizes them. It is hard for me to explain all that she does, but I have to give her the recognition. I'm just trying to decide who's luckier, me or the Jefferson students and families and staff. Love you, Mrs. Miller. Thank you for helping me do all of these things and for all that you do for the Jefferson students and families. You are amazing. And there's Mrs. Miller's Jefferson Rockstar shout-out page. Next up is Plinko Live with the Millers. We will be doing Plinko Live with the Millers one more time on YouTube this Wednesday at 5 o'clock. Plinko players will be students that are earning student shout-outs from the teachers for things they are doing at home, ST Math, Lexia, Google Classroom work, things like that. We will play Plinko for you. You can watch as the Plinko chip falls and the prize that you win on the Plinko board will be delivered to your house by the Millers. So I hope we can spread the word and get as many people to tune in on Wednesday at 5 o'clock. Tune in. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Mr. Miller, Jefferson Jets. Wednesday's Plinko Live with the Millers have been a blast. Now, I know some kiddos couldn't watch Plinko Live on their Chromebooks the first time we did this, but this issue has been fixed. So I hope you try and tune in again. I hope this motivates you to keep working hard. There are a few people I still need to get a hold of, but most of the people had their stuff delivered this past Friday. And this Friday, we will make another delivery run with prizes along with this week's Plinko and Raffle Winners. At-home Jet Bucks and Jet Buck raffles. At-home Jefferson Jet Buck raffles are happening. You have 2 days left to earn these Jet Bucks. We have done one raffle already, and most of those prizes have been delivered, and some prizes are ordered. We are doing one more raffle, and it is this Wednesday, June 3rd. How is this at-home Jet Buck raffle working? Well, to earn Jet Bucks, you can complete Lexia units. That gets you 1 Jet Buck per unit that you complete. ST Math 1% completion. Every 1% you get completed, it's a Jet Buck. You get 12% finished, 12 Jet Bucks. Google Classwork submitted Google Classwork submitted assignments. Like last week's shout out, Georgia did over 100 of these and stuff. You get a Jet Buck for every one that you submit. 20 minutes of reading. You read on my end for 20 minutes. Teachers know it. It's a Jet Buck. If you read at home and it's not on my end, you just have to have a parent verify to your teacher, and it's a Jet Buck. Joining the Google Meet. Like I hope some of you are joining our Google Meet at 10 o'clock this morning. Yes, 10 o'clock this morning. And there's going to be some special guests in my PE Google Meet this morning at 10 o'clock. Everyone you join, you get a Jet Buck. Prodigy. You get 1 Jet Buck for every unit that you finish in Prodigy. You got to answer the questions to get the unit complete, and you get a Jet Buck. Once again, your teachers are keeping track of all of this for you. Each week, they have been turning in your name and how many Jet Bucks you earned to me, and then I will print your name with your name on it and your room number, cut it up, put them in the jar. We will draw the winners this Wednesday, 5 o'clock on Plinko Live with the Millers. And then once again, all these prizes will be delivered to you by the Millers. What are the prizes? Well, I'm still trying to decide on the last ones, but this is the guarantee. 2 scooters, 2 bikes. The rest of the prizes, I think I'm going to go with the same thing that we've been doing before because it's been pretty popular. So we might be doing some Whiteys, we might be doing candy-free faves, some wireless mice, pizza. You just need to tune in Wednesday to find out what the prizes are. Maybe I'm going to keep the rest of it a secret. All right, the Jefferson Jet Virtual Talent Show. There are many things that have broken my heart about school not happening at school. One of the saddest things for me is the last week of school when we have field day and talent show. And since school is happening at home, it's not the same. But I have decided that the coronavirus cannot stop this. So we will have a virtual talent show and a virtual field day. How is this going to work? Well, you have to record your routine and then share it with me, and then I will put all the acts together and then we'll broadcast the talent show for everyone to watch. If you're going to be a part of this talent show, I hope you have been planning and practicing. The key to this is practice. The talent show will be during the last day of school, which is Friday, June 5th. Remember, if you are going to use music for any part of your act, make sure it is school appropriate. You can start submitting or sharing your acts with me today, now. Get them to me. Once again, if you need help sharing these with me, you can also share these things with Miss Stacy if that's easier. You can also reach out to me if you need help with how to do this, and I will help you as well. The best way is to email me, but if the video is too long, sometimes it's easier to share it through Google. We'll figure it out one way or another. Don't let this stop you from doing an act for the talent show. I know that many students love to do the talent show, but nobody shared anything yet. Come on, I hope this happens. Start sharing with me. And next up, virtual field day. This has been posted in the PE Google Classroom. So if you are a member of the PE Google Classroom, and most of the teachers have put this in their Google Classroom as well, this is what the field day looks like. Me and these other teachers from Jefferson, Garfield, Truman, Buchanan, McKinley, Jackson, Walcott, and Buffalo, and Ms. Schultz, who's in charge of our PE teachers, we have come up with a virtual field day. So you click on any of these pictures down here below in the Google Classroom. There's one below there too. And then the directions and the video pops up. If you want to keep track of scores, you can print a score sheet or just keep track right there in your Chromebook. The biggest thing is this, guys. After you do the virtual field day, please take the survey. We're having a contest amongst these schools to see who turns in the most surveys by our students and families. So please click on that survey, take the survey. Jefferson is in the lead right now. Can we keep that lead this week? Let's go. Next up on the announcements is 10 Questions With. This has been a fun way for us to get to know these amazing Jefferson staff members. Last week, we have been catching up with some of my other friends who used to work at Jefferson. So last week was Jefferson Alumni Week, and that is going to continue today. I have my mentor and one of my best friends with me today. And I have Mr. Brody as my special guest. Mr. Brody is an all-time teacher at Jefferson, meaning he was or is one of the best to have ever taught at Jefferson. I started my teaching career as a student teacher with Mr. Brody, and we have been friends ever since. He has taught me so much as a teacher and as a person, and my respect for him is just incredible. So let's catch up with Mr. Brody. All righty, Jefferson. I have with me today one of the faces of Mount Rushmore of Jefferson. I have Mr. Brody with me, everybody. Good morning, Mr. Brody.
Good morning, Mr. Miller and Jefferson students and staff.
Yes. How are you, sir?
Doing great.
Awesome.
Actually, it's evening. It's evening here, but.
All righty, Mr. Brody. Question number 1 for the Jefferson crowd that's tuning in. We would like to know your history with Jefferson.
Well, I started working there in 1982, teaching PE, and worked there for 36 years and retired in 2018. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. I got to teach with a guy named Mr. Miller for probably, 20 years, I think. Yeah.
Like it's student taught in 1997, started in 99. So, yeah, pretty much your math is excellent as usual. Question number 2.
Mr. Brody, is...
Hi, Michael.
Question number 2 is, who are you quarantined with during this time, and what have you guys been up to?
Well, my wife, Cindy, and then our 3 kids, Colin, Chris, and Ashley, have all been here at one time or another. And things really haven't changed much for me. I get out and walk and work out and do stuff like that. And it's what's really changed for those guys because they haven't been able to go to work. They've had to work online. So as far as me, though, it hasn't changed hardly a thing. In fact, I get to golf more.
So the question about walking with the dogs, because Mr. V puts me to shame with how much I walk Lincoln. He walks Bernie a lot, but I know you outdo both of us probably combined. How much do you walk in a day with your dogs?
Generally, we go about 5 miles. So it's about 10,000 steps, I suppose.
That is awesome. And what are the names of your dogs again?
Dogs are Waylon and Cash. They're 2 beagles.
I love it. Okay, question number 3, Mr. Brody, is what do you miss about Jefferson Elementary School?
Wow. That's a tough one because, I spent the better part of my life there. And, it's the staff big time and the kids. It's just the relationships, really. Yeah, that's it, relationships.
I tell people all the time, I basically grew up there, going in there as a young 20-something-year-old and being there as long as you and I have been there and stuff. It's kind of where we grew up, where we live,
Yep.
Hey.
I figured out that I spent about 20 to 25% of my life in that building so far.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah. Really. Okay, the next question, I'm very curious as to the answer to this because I know that your passion for food is much like mine.
Oh, yes.
Had many lunches and stuff together. So what is Mr. Brody's favorite restaurant and what does he like to order from there?
Boy, man, that is a killer question, but I'm going to probably have to go with, for the Rosaladas at Gonzo's.
Gonzo's.
Right now it changes, but that's it. With a lot of salsa on it.
Now, and I'm going to throw this out there, Mr. Brody. We have a new Mexican restaurant out here in LeClaire, and I think it's the best salsa in the Quad Cities. It's so good. You're going to have to come out and have dinner with us. And
I'm in.
So good.
We're in.
So good. Okay, the next question I have is, what is your favorite food that somebody in your family cooks or that you cook for the family?
Dorito casserole that my wife makes. My wife is a phenomenal cook. I could name 15 different things, but that's number 1 right now. It's like you can't stop eating.
I've had many things cooked by your wife in the 20-something years that we've known each other, and I agree. She's a fabulous cook. So my question is, and I didn't prepare you for this one, I want to know, how often do you cook? Since she's such a good cook and she does the majority of the cooking, how often do you cook?
Well, during the school year when she's working, I make breakfast for us almost every morning. And then and in the evening, she's so good that I don't even waste my time. And she likes to do it, So I don't cook much in the evening, but in the morning every day, pretty much.
What's the best thing that you make for breakfast?
Instant oatmeal. No, I can do, scrambled eggs occasionally, throw a few brats in there, chop them up, some tomatoes, salsa. But that's about it.
Love it. Okay, my next question is this, Mr. Brody. What is your favorite vacation that you have been on in your lifetime?
Boy, for our 10th anniversary, we went to Cancun. And, I enjoyed that a lot.
I was wondering if the answer is Seattle is going to come into this equation as well.
I've been out there a few times. Yep, I love Seattle.
I have yet to be there, so it's on my list to go. So I'm excited for it. Okay, my next question is, what is Mr. Brody's dream vacation?
Well, I've always wanted to go to Israel. I want to go see what I've read so much about in the Bible, and that's my big one.
Is there a plan for this, or is this what is the plan?
Yep. Well, we've got friends that live in Seattle, that want to also go. So I think within the next 2 or 3 years, that's where we're going to head.
Incredible. Love it. Okay, my next question is a would you rather. It's would you rather Netflix and chill, play a video game, or read a book?
Read a book. I love all the other ones, but I'm a reading. I love to read.
Read machine. How many books would you say you've read since this quarantine time?
Oh, I'm going to say 20 to 25 in the last couple of months.
That is amazing. Now, when it's not quarantine time, where are some of your favorite places to read a book? Because I know you.
I have a chair in fact, there's only one place I really read. I have a chair in our bedroom that I sit up there and read. It's right by a window, cool breeze, all the good stuff. So
now the other place that I know that you have read quite a bit before is a location outside of North Park Mall. Where do you like to read outside of your house?
Barnes and Noble, baby. I've got my own seat there. I get myself a little frappe or whatever, and man, I just read like crazy.
I love it.
Best deal in town.
And right now, what would you say, even though you've read that many books, is there any favorites that you are reading right now?
Well, it's more of an author. It's David Baldacci. I've read a lot of Ted Decker. Read all the Jack Reacher books. I read all those at Barnes and Noble, 30 of them or whatever, over the course of a couple of years.
I love it.
But yeah, there are quite a few. Read my Bible every day. Usually 2 or 3 chapters. There you go. That's it.
I love it. Okay, the next question is, would you rather, loaded question again, have chocolate or candy? And then what are some of your favorites?
Boy, chocolate, Kit Kats. Kit Kats frozen too. I can down them. So that'd be my number one. Most any kind of candy. I'm not a big hard candy guy, but chocolate, oh yeah.
Okay, now, in these interviews, we've had a popular debate about Skittles. So the Skittles, they changed the green color from lime to green apple. So do you prefer lime or green apple when it comes to the Skittles debate?
Lime, number one, baby.
Okay, now this actually has become more fascinating to me than anything. When you eat your Skittles, your M&Ms, do you separate the colors or do you just simply get a handful and go?
Shovel them in. Don't even look.
It blows my mind. I didn't think people did that. Okay, Mr. Brody, my last question for you is, what would you like to say to the crowd that is tuning in today?
Oh, man. You got your summer coming up. Enjoy your summer. Get outside. Exercise. Don't keep yourself inside all the time. And, I don't know, be careful and pay attention to what you're supposed to do with this virus because it's not done yet. And then I would make sure over the summer I read a lot. Find a way. You guys have tablets or computers. Get Overdrive on your computer. Get a library card, and you can read any book you want practically. So there.
All right, Mr. Brody. Well, I appreciate you taking time to join us on 10 Questions with.
Oh, Mr. Brody? Hey.
You're just going to say goodbye.
Bye, Michael. I see Michael, too. He's waving.
All right. See you, Mr. Brody.
All right. Goodbye.
All righty, Jefferson. I have with me.
Oh, Mr. Brody, one of my faves. I could tell you story after story with that guy. All righty, Jefferson. Let's wrap things up here today. If you don't know who that is, that's Ferris Bueller, you young children. We are now ready for the Pledge of Allegiance. So, Jets, if you would stand and join me, remember, stand tall, stand proud. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is time for the Jefferson Jet motto. We say the Jefferson Jet motto every day. Now we look for those who believe in it. So let's show it, Jefferson. And now I want to hear you say it, Jets. Who are we? We are Jets. We are kind. We are safe. We are responsible. And we are respectful. Because we are Jets. Once again, if you have not heard it yet today, we miss you. We love you. And we appreciate you tuning in today. Remember, make positive choices. Be kind to one another. Have a marvelous Monday. Stay learning, Jets. Peace. Our PS22 chorus video today is, how do I say this? Powerful. The song title is called Simple Song of Freedom.
1, 2, 3, go. Come and sing this simple song of freedom. 1, 2, 3. Sing it like you never sang before. Let it fill the air. Tell the people everywhere. We the people here don't want no war. Hey there, everybody, can you hear me? I don't want no diamonds on again. I just wanna be someone known to you as me. And I will bet my life you want the same. Come and sing this simple song of freedom. Sing it like you never sang before. Let it fill the air. Tell the people everywhere. We the people here don't want no war. 700 million, are you listening? Most of what you read can make you cry. I'm speaking one to one, and in everybody's heart. Written in the morning rain. So come and sing this simple song of freedom. Sing it like you never sang before. Let it fill the air. Tell the people everywhere. We the people here don't want no war. We the people here don't want no war. One last time. We the people here don't want no war. Yeah, baby, that was awesome.
Told you, especially in these times. Have a great day, Jets. Peace out. If you want to tune in to PE Google Meet, 10 o'clock this morning, there will be some Jefferson alumni there. You going to be there? 10 o'clock. See you later. Peace.